Well, Meadsy, we finally did it. House is sold. Now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Well, yeah, we should start packing now. Yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't even think about all the meads and stuff we have on the go. Can I do it tomorrow? You're right, I should get it done now, shouldn't I? Okay, fine. You think you know your shit when it comes to mead, huh? Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. This is kind of an impromptu video as I just got word that my house is finally sold and I have already found a new place, which I can move into pretty quick. But that being said, there's a lot I need to do. I need to pack up all the stuff in the house. I gotta sell some stuff to get rid of because I will be moving to a smaller place. But also I've got a pile of meads to deal with. So today we're gonna do some bottling. We're gonna do some racking. We're gonna do some back sweetening. So I'm gonna go get stuff set up. So I do apologize, the house is a bit of a mess because I've got stuff everywhere. So I'm sorry if things are a little scattered all over the place right now. I just had to kind of scramble to do this because, like I said, I need to kind of get everything ready and get moved out fast. And with the holiday season coming and stuff, it's just gonna be really difficult to try to manage this. So I need to do all this mead stuff now to make it better to transport later. And I'll explain kind of what I mean in a little bit. But first, I'm gonna show you what a mead maker Christmas tree looks like. Beautiful, isn't it? All right, now I'm gonna show you a quick scan of just all the craziness I got going on right now. As I said, everything's kind of all over the place right now. I had to wash bottles real fast. I had to whip up some sanitizers. Everything will be sanitized. And yeah, let me get the camera all set up and then we'll get cracking. I also want to apologize if the lighting and everything is horrible. My usual light setup is already packed away. So please bear with me. Also, I want to note that this is not a mead update video. This will be a video on how to back sweeten, how to rack, and how to bottle. All right, let's get started. Okay, so first off, we're gonna deal with the two big boys here. This one here is Skeeter P, and this one's Dragon's Blood. I know you probably can't see it, but I have a large batch of Dragon's Blood. Now, most of us that have been brewing for a little while have made Skeeter P. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic when it's chilled. And the last time that I made it, when I was bottling it, I set off a gallon off to the side and I wanted to try something different with it. So I threw in a pound of strawberries into the 1 gallon and I let it sit for about 2 weeks and then I tried it. And it was really good, but there wasn't really a lot of strawberry flavor. It was very, very subtle. I'm guessing I didn't use enough fruit. So with this batch, I turned the entire thing into strawberry Skeeter P. This time I added 7.5 pounds of strawberries. So they've been sitting in here for 2 weeks. Now I gotta scoop out all that goop. I'm going to rack it into a carboy and we'll see how bad it is. It might be a little bit cloudy just because of the strawberries, but while it's in a glass carboy, at least I can see when it starts to settle out and gets clear again. And yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so I have a glass carboy down here, 5 gallons, and I'm just gonna put my tube of my auto siphon down there. And just gonna place it in. Now this Skeeter P was done just like a regular skeeter pea recipe. It's been finished, it's been clarified and everything. But now that I added the strawberries, it's probably not going to be as clear. Now that my auto siphon's in, it's as simple as just doing this. Couple quick strokes, and then you let it sit. So as you can tell, it's a very nice pink color. I think what I'm going to do is have a quick taste of it, just to see if that extra strawberries in there made it any better. Okay, so as you can see, there it is fairly cloudy still, but that's fine because now that I have it siphoned and all the rest of the strawberries, I'll let it sit for a few more days and then I'll bottle it once it clears better. Oh yeah. Whoa, that is dangerous. If you've never done this before, made a skeeter pea, definitely do it. And if you have made it before, add 7.5 pounds of strawberries to the finished product and let it sit for about 2 weeks. You will not be disappointed. Now, doesn't that look freaking delicious? Yes, it's still cloudy, like I said, and there is a lot of head space. I know this, because I'm not gonna lie, I did set off aside 1 gallon just to keep the original, because it's just as good. But I'm not worried about the head space because this is only gonna sit for like a day or two. All this is gonna drop out and it will be crystal clear, just like the original skeeter pea. So I'm gonna move this, and then we're gonna get on to bottling the dragon's blood. Now I'll show you quickly how to do the Christmas tree. There's sanitizer in here, and it's pretty basic. You just put your bottle, press it down, there's a spring in here, squirts the sanitizer up, you let it sit there to drip dry, like so. Take your bottle, make sure you wash them first, no matter what, because you can always get, bugs crawl in there, dust, all that kind of stuff. Just upside down and press once. Let it drip a little and lean it on. And repeat. And the crazy thing about this is it can do bottles of any size. It's like a miracle. Look. Whiskey bottle. Look at that. No problem. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Oh, giant champagne bottle. No problem. Heck, you can even do flip tops. Let's get to bottling that dragon's blood. All right, I kind of set this up a little bit differently than I normally do, but I did this so that way you guys could see a little better. So I cleaned out my auto siphon and tubing, but because I'm bottling, I'm going to put on a bottling wand. And all that is just a tube. It's got a little spring-loaded thing here that when you press it down into your bottle, it fills it, and then you lift it up, it'll stop. So you can transfer over to the next one. And all you have to do to connect these is basically just wedge it on. That's all I do, and I've never had any problems. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can put the tubing under hot water and run hot water over it for a little while, and that'll soften it up and that'll easily get it in there. It also makes it easier when you put it under hot water to pop it back off if you need to. So let's do this. If you haven't seen how I make my dragon's blood, definitely go and check out that video. This batch is completely oaked. I used Hungarian oak cubes. Once it was done fermenting, once it was done fermenting and stabilized, back sweetened, I threw the oat cubes in there for about 2 weeks, and well, here we are. So it's kind of just like racking. Actually, when I bottle, I usually take that little knob off the end, because now it's flat and it'll lay right into the corner of your vessel, and you'll get it all. So we'll start at the front so you guys can see. I'm not gonna make you watch me bottle all of these, but I'll show you a couple and you go from there. So we'll put that in there, and just like racking, you give it a couple of pumps till it gets flowing, and now you just wait. And obviously the higher up your main container is, the quicker these are gonna fill, because it goes by gravity. If I had this a little bit lower, it would fill, but it would be a lot slower. So while it's filling, you will see some bubbles in there. That's just the sanitizer. It's food safe. You don't have to worry about it. Now when it fills, I'm gonna fill it right up to the brim, and then I'm gonna lift this out like that. And then it's filled perfectly. See, I lifted it up. You just get a couple little drips that come out because it's not airtight. Move it to the next one, and there you go. The reason I let it fill right up to the top there is just because obviously you saw when I pulled that wand out, the displacement, it lowers the mead level. And here we go. On to the next one. Whoops. This usually is a messy job, but there you go. So I'm gonna finish these, and then I'll cork them and put them off to the side for storage. I usually let them sit after I bottle them, sit for a couple of days before I pop one open, just so everything can settle. But honestly, the dragon's blood's so good you can drink it right now. Which, if there's any left in the bottom, which I'm sure hoping that won't fill a bottle, I will drink it, because as I've said several thousand times, I'm sure at this point, I love this mead. So let's cut to the next thing. Okay, so dragon's blood is bottled, and now I still have all these to deal with. There's a lot here, and it's really late now, and I still have a bunch of other packing to do. So I'm not gonna show you guys the back sweetening part of this. Maybe I'll do that in another video if you guys are interested. If you are, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll definitely make a back sweetening video. Yeah, because right now I have to rack. I have the fairy site, the Frankenstein mead, the Buck the Barnyard Wheat Funkel mead, the Cerberus's Vision, the 3 J-ohms, the ginger ale mead, and something in a bucket that I forgot to label. I also realized that I ran out of carboys. Anyways, the main reason I want to at least get these racked is, if you look, just gotta be really careful. If you look there, this one's actually pretty clear, but there is a little bit of haziness in there at the bottom. Where's a good one here that I can show you? This one's a newer one. This one, you see all that lease on the bottom? I want to get it off of there, because while I'm moving and driving these wherever I'm moving to, that'll all get kicked up. And then I just gotta wait even longer for it to settle again, and I don't want that. All of these have actually been fermented out. These are all sitting at about 0.996, and they have been stabilized, so they are actually ready to back sweeten. Except for the ginger ale mead, because that was more recent, but it could actually be transferred. But since I'm out of carboys, what I'm going to have to do is basically rack it off of here, get it off this lease into a bucket, back sweeten it by adding more honey to the desired sweetness that I want, and then transferring it back into the carboy once I give it a good kind of a rinse and a sanitization again. But at least I'll get it off the lease. That is my main concern. Like I said, I don't want it to get all kicked up again once I start to move. So I'm gonna get started on that. Racking it is pretty much just like you saw with the bottling. Put the siphon in, have your hose down, give it a couple quick pumps, and it'll flow down. And then you gotta watch so you just don't suck up all that lease. I'm gonna finish doing these. Anyways, I will let you guys go now because I've got a lot of work to do. It's still really late and I have to go to work in the morning. So, what? Yes, I'll finish racking these. I'll give you samples as well. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna get to work on these bad boys, and I guess we'll see you guys next Thursday. Have a great day. Happy brewing, and cheers.